Hello and welcome back to Dial H for Heroclix. I'm your sexy ranch hand co-host, Kalder. This is episode 305. Howdy, howdy, let's get rowdy.
My stuff.
Dial H for Heroclix is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock every day, including all the latest Heroclix singles and sealed products. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com. I also want to shout out, I sold them a bunch of Heroclix. They're doing a 35% trade-in bonus when you sell them Heroclix. So instead of, I think maybe it's like 20%, or maybe it's 25%. Either way, it's like 10% more for right now. It's pretty awesome. So if you have any Heroclix you need to get rid of, maybe you're sorting your collection and thinking about selling it, now would be a great time. As always, joined in the studio with my co-host, Simeon Bruce, my nemesis, Simeon Bruce. What's going on?
Not much, man. You know, not much.
Not much. Not much is what's going on a lot these days. So why don't you tell me what made you happy this week?
This week, what made me happy was I've got a little group of friends, no more than 10, of course. Acquaintances, people that are forced to live near or by me. But we got together, we played some board games. I've been watching some Disney Plus. I finished The Mandalorian. I talked about that last week, but There's other stuff on Disney Plus, like animated movies and stuff like that, so I watched a few of those.
Nice. Fantastic. What was it? Was it Air Bud 2? That's pretty solid choice.
I watched let's see, what was some of the good ones? Mulan 2, solid.
Did not know there was a
No, I didn't actually watch that. The Great Adventure, the one with like the two dogs and a cat. And they just it's just
that's Homeward
Bound. It's just like
Bound,
a film crew.
Sir. What are you talking about? The Great Adventure.
It's the newer one.
Oh, really?
That's the newer one. Was Homeward Bound. Yeah,
Gotcha.
There's an older one, but I'll watch Homeward Bound soon enough. But yeah, they just follow these animals walking across the wilderness, and that's
basically
nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, right on. I am. It's kind of like you, just like the same thing. I'm still playing Doom. Like I said last week, I finished it, but when you finish it, you unlock Classic Doom and Doom 2 when you put in a special code. So I finished the first Doom while inside the world of Doom Eternal. That was really cool. I never played the first Doom before, so really enjoyed to get that whole experience was awesome. And then moving on, playing Doom 2, doing all the special challenges and stuff. I also went out, hung out with some people. We played board games. No more than 10, of course. So it was a good time. It was a great time. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. There is no real news this week, but I did want to shout out WizKids is doing something on their Twitter, which is a Clix Madness bracket. We don't know what the bracket actually looks like. They're just putting in random polls. So let me read off a few of these here. They did the Danger Room Magneto versus the Dad Bod Spider-Man. These are pretty unfair brackets right away, but that's kind of how it is in the beginning. They're just kind of tough matchups. But also their bracket seems really random in who they're choosing. It's like Spider-Man is just a random common, but he's against a prime / not a prime, So Magneto won that one, obviously. He's just straight up better. They do have a bracket. Sorry, excuse me.
Any reason to not pick
bracket. I did just I didn't notice them actually have a bracket. So they do have one. It's still really weird on their choices for the bracket. I don't know if it was people who they just liked, maybe they took a poll at the office, people they wanted to do the bracket of. The next one was Earth X Daredevil versus the Con LE Storm. Now this one was a little tough. I like Daredevil, but I understand Asgardian Storm is just good. So that's also a pretty tough bracket. One was Superman Prime versus Black Adam, which is probably the most fair bracket they've done so far. So yeah.
Lobo versus G002 Sentinel.
That's just not
the 25-point Sentinel or Lobo. Yeah.
I don't know what they're on. It's so weird. Eddie Guerrero versus Hulk. Eddie Guerrero won. Jean-Luc Picard versus Earth X's the Skull. These are really super random. But,
Sure.
And that's what they're doing. So if you want to partake in the voting, they're getting about kind of depends. The first one had 75 results, but everything since then has had like 50 something. So
Dr. Claire Finn versus the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, like these first round matchups are pretty terrible. They're bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and check those out if you want to. Moving right along, we played in an online Winamap this last week. So Simeon, why don't you go ahead and go over your teams? Or well, let me tell you what the Winamap was. It was 400 points, Modern Age, figures only. One team had to be a villain team, one team needed to be a hero team, and then whoever won roll off, whatever, would choose hero or villain. You would play the opposite, obviously, heroes versus villains. So that was the scenario for the Winamap. Simeon, what did you play?
All right, so my hero team, I stretched a little bit on my hero and villain.
And gentlemen.
So my hero team was AIM White Squad. It was Voyager, 2 Medusas, a Steve Rogers, the Secret Wars Battle World Chase Odin at 120 points, and Triple H from the WWE set at 45 points. So the whole premise of this team is something that I tried to do a while ago, but ID cards just didn't allow it. So when I'm building for a limited format, I look at like previous builds that didn't work because of ID cards or like whatever. Just didn't work because of like retaliation kind of stuff. So the main premise of this team is I can carry Odin up with Voyager, plop him down next to somebody. They lose their ability to heal, stop clicks, and they lose protected outwit. And then Odin at 120 points also has outwit. Steve Rogers gets outwit lower dial, and AIM White Squad, since he's on an Avengers team, gets outwit and perplex. Voyager usually starts with perplex because there's no additional game elements. And then Triple H has a cool damage, but there's a named keyword with him that isn't WWE. They get Empower. So basically, I would move up, outwit something, and then my Medusa hairs would hit for 6 with some theme team probs and maybe a perplex or something like that. My villain team was Eddie Guerrero from the WWE, 70 points. The Scarlet Witch, the new WizKids promo Scarlet Witch at 75. Q, the super rare Q from Star Trek Resistance is Futile at 125. Skyne from Captain America, the new Captain America set. Also the Industrial Spy from the same set, and Trelane from the Star Trek original series set. So the whole idea with this was just to ruin my opponent's days by like just never letting them hit my team. There's not really a lot of damage output, but
pretty accurate.
Almost everyone. Yeah, Eddie starts with super senses. Scarlet Witch starts with super senses on a 4 through 6. Q starts with shape change and mind. Skyne gives shape change everyone adjacent. Industrial Spy can do his outwit and take a power thing, and then Trelane also has super senses. So my whole team, other than Industrial Spy, when positioned correctly, had 2 rollouts, and I had 3 probs. Scarlet Witch gives a -1 to your result after the dice has been re-rolled for your attack, your opponent's attack. So it was just like an uphill battle for most people that had to play against this one. I had damage with it, so it just like it was like a slow slog fest kind of thing.
Yep, it sure
Calder
was.
got to play against it twice.
It sucked so much, and I thought, the second time maybe there was a chance. I'll go ahead and go into my teams. For villains, I played an AIM team. I played the Chase Red Skull without his cube, MODOK on his mind control dial, Songbird at 60, and then 2 AIM Blues. So everybody on the team had prob except for Red Skull. And I'm just like, Red Skull's just a solid, running shot, pulse wave. Even without the cube, he has great stats and everything. That team was all right, a lot of prop, a lot of running shot, pulse wave, and then, mind control and everything. Lots of leaderships on the team to take tokens off people. Not like a big, gimmicky team, but it was just really nice. Sorry if my throat goes away, guys. I've got Just a sore throat. That's all. Anyways, times like these though. And then my hero team was an Avengers team where I had, like, basically it was Thor, the Thor Chase, the War Machine from Captain America and the Avengers, and Spider-Man, the 3 Waldo's Spider-Man. So it was supposed to be this crazy, heavy-hitting team. You know, War Machine runs up, shoots somebody, target lock, shoots someone again. Spider-Man runs up, you know, full speed, flurry. Thor runs up, you know, running shot, pulse wave for a 12-5. Then he puts down, you know, then the energy explosions. Like, it was supposed to be a team where it makes just an insane amount of attacks, you know, just right away. It also had, like, an aim red and aim blue and whatever, like, some help. Turns out, though, when no one has Battle Fury or Outwit or penetrating or whatever precision strike, it's really hard to beat Simeon's stupid dice manipulation villain team. Even with however many probs I had, he would Scarlet Witch prob it -1, Eddie would reroll 1 die, then he'd eventually just replace 2 dice. It sucks. It really sucks to play, especially against double dice manipulation. Dice manipulation is now officially my least favorite thing in the universe to play against. Because it doesn't matter how good your team is if you can't hit an attack. Like, it really sucked. It really sucked.
That's the whole premise of, like, my team was, like, I think you had a lot of, like, 12 attacks, maybe even, like, a 13 with, like, a perplex.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really matter because, one, I'm usually made, like, one of the rollouts. Like, not always, but also Q can just let somebody auto-succeed on, like, a super sense. So sometimes I just, like, take the chance to, like, let that happen kind of thing.
Yeah, really sucked.
Yeah.
And then not having any pulse wave on this team was, like, terrible. Like, so, like, our villain team matchup, like, if it was both villains, might have been different, but this team, like, no, it sucked. So yeah, that was my team. I won, I think, only one match of that entire night, but I scored so many points, I ended up being fourth. Like, it was really weird.
Yeah.
And then, Simeon, tell us your end result of the old tournament there.
Yeah, so I used my dice manipulation. We only did 3 rounds, I believe, right?
Yeah, we only did 3 rounds.
So I used my dice manipulation team twice. I kind of just, like, judged, like, my Avengers team, my hero team was very, like, if they have a few, like, big powerful guys, like, I'll try it. But otherwise my dice manipulation team just had more longevity. And so I went with that one usually. And then my last game, it was just 200-point Lobo and 200-point...
Superman Prime?
No,
no?
It was Prime. Black Adam. Black Adam and Lobo.
Okay. Gotcha.
Both at 200 points. And my team just... It one-shot... Well, it didn't one-shot, but it double-tapped Lobo because I outwit him. And I managed to crit hit. So I did 7 right through Lobo's defense. And then the second attack cleared him through his stop click because he can't use stop clicks next to Odin. And then it was like 200 points of Black Adam versus a full Avengers team. So
that's rough, buddy. That sucks.
Yeah, that was probably the most one-sided, like, matchup as far as, like, my team was just built to beat that kind of team, like, very well. And so yeah, it was just all downhill from there.
All right, but you won the tournament, which is awesome. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Good job. Your teams did suck, though. I hated playing against them. Like, I was so mad we got paired up first round. I was like, wow, I would have loved to play against literally anyone but Simeon Bruce. But here we are. So yeah, that was fantastic. Next week, or I guess this week, whatever, is going to be 400 golden anything goes, which is just, I can't wait. Well, except for Felix Faust. He's always banned. But I'm excited for this one because I get to creatively play stuff. It kind of sucks. So this is probably something I don't really like online when it's anything goes like this. That means people are going to be using, like, ID cards, resources, blah, 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 whatever. It's going to be so busy on the board.
Yeah.
That's probably the one worst part about online is, like, all this sideline stuff gets really just garbled up with everything.
Yeah.
Real bummer.
Keeping track of, like, your opponents, like, they've got an ID card or like they've got, like, ID cards, a resource, possessor, you know, different stuff like that, equipment. and you have to like keep all track of all of this on like HC Realms as you're keeping track of your own team.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of work. When they're sitting at the table with you, you can still like see it and like look at the cards and stuff. But yeah, we'll see.
But all right, we're gonna go ahead and move on into the community section.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
Community Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen. So, everybody's got a lot of free time on their hands, so we wanted to know what home Heroclix stuff are you guys doing in your free time? So, sorting figures, painting deep cuts, playing Roll20, etc., etc. All this great time to maybe clear out the cobwebs. What I've been doing is like I said, I sold some stuff to Cool Stuff Inc. I sorted through all the Heroclix I have. I don't get rid of my Golden Age stuff. I love playing Golden Age more than Modern. But I got rid of a bunch of figures where I've literally never played. Right? Like I've had Gladiator and Porcupine from ADW for 5 years now, and I've never played them. But like on paper, I'm like,
the Gladiator has the saw blade hands.
Yeah, like he looks cool, and I feel like maybe I'll play a team with him sometime. But no, I never do. Because he's like just not great. I got rid of a ton of like generics and I'm like the vampire and werewolves that I had from Amazing Spider-Man are just so not good. So I'm like, I don't need these. What am I doing? So yeah, I just went ahead and I sorted through just a ton of figures and sold them all. Got rid of so many. Made $90. Feels pretty good because like it was normally only like 60, but then 35%. Boom, boom, $90. There we go. Like it feels good. Simeon, what about you? What have you been doing?
As far as Heroclix go, like once I found out that like I wasn't going to be doing a whole lot, I mostly just put everything away, like got everything organized. Step is going to be clearing off my trade/sale table, which is all like my extra stuff that's like got some value. I'm going to clear that off, and then I'm going to get to work on some mods and some paints that I want to do.
Oh, sweet. There is a mod I want to make, like, really badly now. So there's some figures I need to rip off dials and buy some other figures that'll have, like, the right sculpty parts. So, yeah. No, I love mods. Did you see Happy Little Heroclix's mod video that he did? His live stream of the choking double... What's his name again? He's like a pretty mediocre player.
Black Adam.
Yeah. The guy, though. George...
Oh, you mean the guy that made it, yeah.
Yeah. Jorge Masu. He's pretty cool. He's alright, I guess. George Masu. But anyways, he's a pretty mediocre player. Apparently he won sometime. Apparently he's on like a fire team, like a fire nest bird team. It's pretty cool. And so he like had Black Adam choking out 2 people. That's a joke. It's a joke, by the way. I mean, it's really hard in the world's climate. But ooh, ouch. Sorry, Bailey just got kicked in the face. I'm also watching WrestleMania while doing this podcast. I feel really bad, guys. Anyways. But yeah, he made that really cool figure. It was actually pretty neat. I'm going to go ahead and start us off on Twitter. Vigilante Kurtz said he alphabetized his cards. Now, why? Why in alphabetical order? Now, I understand.
Mine's always set order.
So, I understand set. I sort by keyword. So, like Shield, Avengers, whatever. Like, that's how I like to sort because, like, it makes theme teams easier. But if I have a majority of one set, they all go in their own box with the cards. But like for all like the random Golden Age stuff, it's by like Green Lantern, blah blah blah, like keywords. Alphabetizing, I know it's still like a valid way to sort, but that just seems so weird for Heroclix. This really struck me as odd.
Yeah, be especially bad for, like if you have like a bunch of generics, like you get to like Nuke Clone or Aim White, and you've just got, like 17 Aim Whites in a row or something like that.
Yeah. I'm just not loving it. All right, Simeon. First one on Facebook. Or whichever one you want to choose on Facebook.
Right,
I guess.
First one on Facebook. Yeah, we've got, I think it's Vigilante. Let me look here. Citizen Peter Marshfield says he's going through some spring Clix cleaning.
Right on. Citizen Chance McCall says teaching his girlfriend how to evaluate Clix for sealed, playing Roll20 with Christian Bogan, Superfan Christian Bogan, and he's designing team shirts with Aaron Johnson. That's pretty cool. He also says he's playing a bunch of Animal Crossing, but that has nothing to do with the question, and Animal Crossing sucks. So let's move on.
I've heard. Steven Spooner says, organizing sets and a bunch of Roll20 games. I've actually only picked up about 4 Roll20 games since the hiatus. So.
Yeah, I haven't been playing a ton either. Superhero Loyal Miller says Roll20, but he's also still working, so he's just using Roll20 as a way to play.
Nice. Jason Carr says, still working. The company I work for is an essential business, so no Clix stuff for me. Just the usual growing list of stuff I want to do. I think we all have that, the growing list. I think most people, the biggest thing on their list is they want to unbox the Justice League set, from what I can tell.
Yeah. Well, I actually was able to unbox a brick of the Justice League set. WizKids sent us that. That was really fun. I was really excited for that. Yeah, that was great.
I was a little mad that they sent you a whole brick and they didn't even send me like a little bit of a brick.
Yeah, it was really unfair. Like they didn't even give you like some brick dust even. It was just no brick for you at all. That's such a bummer. Such a bummer. If you guys don't know, check out that brick unboxing. It is on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/dial-H for Heroclix. It was a great opportunity, and I thank all the nice people at WizKids for letting us do that. Vigilante Bonsai Tree and Sapling on Twitter says, painting his deep cuts Cannonball, U.S. Avengers Assemble. I really dig that. That's pretty cool. I haven't painted any of the deep cuts yet, but I'm glad people are.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't even picked them up, and now they're gone from most places that I've gone, so I think I missed the boat on that one. Kari Sampson says on Facebook, I'm actually a project to do the solo games I have planned for months, but should the overwhelming urge strike for a game, I have a massive team of every Storm versus an equal build of Cyclops for leadership of the X-Men, or a similar Wolverine versus Hulk match. That'd be fun.
Nice.
Just do like those big like colossal garbage kind of like thrown together kind of matches where like nobody at a venue wants to do it with you. So you're like, well, I'll just do it with myself. That's fine.
Fine. I'll do it myself. Sort of deal. Absolutely. And last one I'm going to read on the Twitter is i6fx says, finally sorting and storing his Captain America set. Even though I'm Canadian, Steve Rogers is my favorite Marvel character, so I bought 2 cases. Good man, that i6fx. Always knew he was. Solid.
All right, and last but not least, certainly not least on Facebook is Benjamin Umansky says, I went through every piece I have collected and purged about 75% of my collection.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
That is insane a lot. Hopefully you sold those to coolstuffmini.com, shameless plug, for a ton of money. A ton of that in-store money.
Could be a newer player, too, that just only had like a couple of sets to go through.
Yeah. Also true. You know, like, people kind of give new players, like, all their garbage, which is, I mean, I'm sorry, but, like, they got to have something to play with. But people just give them all their, like, leftover garbage. Like, 90% of the time, like, that's really what it is. That's what I do. I give them all the uncommons and stuff, whatever, which isn't necessarily bad, but you don't need a lot of it. Like, I went through and sorted all the stuff. I just had a full common, uncommon, rare set of Black Panther and the Illuminati, and I was like, I don't even care about half of these figures. Why do I have them? Just to have a curse set? And I got rid of so much of it, it wasn't even worth keeping in its own, like, box anymore, so I just moved the stuff to, like, other boxes with, like, where the keywords were right. Like, I'm just like, I don't care about so many figures in this set.
Yeah.
Why did I buy 2 cases of it?
I have like 5 of like the Dora Milaje whatever and like the Midnight Angel one or whatever. Have yet to actually field it, so probably won't ever happen.
Okay. That's true. Bummer, man. Bummer. All right. That was Community Tuesday's question. Put that up every Tuesday. And if you want it read out loud, have a cool answer, we'll probably read it. We don't read them all. We got a bunch. We're just keeping it short and sweet, because Bailey's title is on the line right now, and the Sassy Southern Belle is starting to get up, and I'm really keen. Sorry, guys. WrestleMania, too big for one night. Shout out. I'll try to keep it low. Man, how about that Boneyard match? That was just chilling. Anyways, moving on. Jedi Legend. It's tip of the week.
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Ooh, that kick. All right. He says, Colossal Stamina can be great. By all means, keep taking those actions and those damage clicks, but Leave those darned tokens where they are. I don't know why he chose to use that word. He knows we're a family-friendly podcast. They're not coming off until you take a rest. I don't normally clear. Like, I know it's like you can keep taking actions, but I've never actually seen someone like clear like a Colossal after taking a push. What I do though is I just keep stacking tokens, even though you're supposed to only have 2. I like it. I like to see how big the stack can be. Helps me keep track. I think it's fun. I did that in one game, and
I like to flip.
You just flip them, or what?
So if I have a blue action on like bottom and a red action on top, and I Colossal Stamina, I'll just like flip the 2 like so that the blue's on top and red's on bottom. It doesn't do anything for anybody, but
yeah. Oh, Bailey's nose is bleeding. Ooh, she needs Sasha Banks. That's insane. Best friends no longer. There's no peanut butter and jelly there anymore. Didn't mean to spoil WrestleMania for you soon. Oh, is she gonna get the? No way. All right, kick out. Anyways, yeah, so bad. I've never really had a problem with like doing that, but I kept stacking them one time, and good superfan Lucas Van Holland was actively judging that game. He was like, "Your Colossal only gets 2 tokens." And I'm like, I know. Leave me be.
Then you did it just to spite him.
Then I did it just to spite. Like, after that, it's all spite. 90% of the time when I play Heroclix, there's a little bit of spite going on. Whenever someone says, like, hey, what are you doing? Or, like, no, I'm not going to say it. But, yeah, basically. All right. That was good old Jedi Legend. Sending in those tips. Keeping us, oh, look at that. They're trying to make up, like, in the ring. Like, they're trying to, like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. I thought What's-Her-Face was there, but I accidentally I'm listening with no sound, so I can, like, half focus. This is a great match. Anyways, moving on, we got questions from Malcolm Rush. I'm sorry, guys.
That's in Japan!
Japan? No. I can't go to Japan.
Lacey with the pin. Oh, she looks terrifying right now. That is scary, Southern Belle. Yikes. Anyways, Malcolm Rush writes, since so many people are playing Heroclix online and other players want to kind of get in on online games, let's go ahead and talk about that. Malcolm, a lot of these questions you sent in, we've answered before, especially in leading up to the Captain America tournament. So we're going to go ahead and keep these kind of brief. He's asked how hard it is to play online and where does he play online. So it's really not too difficult. The hardest things to figure out how to learn and adapt to are how Discord works, since that's where all of the Rock's online events are held through, and how Roll20 works, which is the main way people are playing online. There are different ways, of course, but Roll20 is kind of the main one if you want to play in online tournaments. For that, we're going to go ahead and have a link in the description of the podcast for a Happy Little Heroclix video. You can also check out a Mr. Clix Flix video about playing online. They both have really solid Roll20 guides. Roll20 hasn't like updated or changed since they made those, like how the baseline of it works, so you'll be fine if you go ahead and just watch those videos. You'll be able to figure out how to play like pretty easily. So
yeah.
What do you think?
Happy Little Heroclix he's got like several tournaments worth of he used to do the Winamaps like when they first started, and so he's got a bunch of like those pre-recorded, so you can watch actual like gameplay to see how different people do stuff. But yeah, playing online is pretty easy. You don't have to like bring anything anywhere. You just have to download all the images or get like a zip file from the Discord and get images that way. Roll20 would be what I suggest, but you can do the play by post on HC Realms if you want to do it like the really.
If you want to play the slowest game of Heroclix you've ever played in your entire life,
it legitimately might take years to like finish.
Yep.
But I don't know. I've never done it, so.
All right, moving on. Number 2, where can I find people to play online Heroclix game? Like we said, if you can probably just straight up say it in like the Facebook group of Heroclix International Exchange or wherever, you could probably be like, hey, I want to play some Roll20 online. I don't want to use Discord or whatever. You can probably get people that way. Or The Rock on The Rock's Discord has a looking to play a match online. And it's mostly competitive players, but I'm sure if you said I wanted to play a more casual, fun match, there'd still be someone out there that would be down for that.
Yeah, my biggest suggestion is you can do it on Discord, Facebook, HC Realms, find people anywhere. If you have like a friend that lives in the same town as you, but your venue's like shut down, you can always get them to do it with you, or try and convince them to do it with you or whatever. That way it's somebody that you know, and it's like, you know that they're not going to like pull out. We do go on the ROC Discord, and you're looking for a match. I would specify like 300 limited if you don't want ID cards or something like that.
Yeah.
Although I think most people are moving away from ID cards anyhow, since there's not really going to be a competitive event with them anytime soon.
Right. Number 3, what if I don't have the Heroclix figures for my team? Can I still play that team for Heroclix game that's online? So for the Rock, no. You have to either... So there's actually a few ways. It's kind of a yes and no. You need to own the figures because they still want to support WizKids in saying that you own the figures you're playing with. You're just playing online. But you can also borrow from someone and be like, hey, so-and-so sent me this picture. It would have been if it was a normal tournament, it was very legitimate and easy for me to be able to actually borrow these in real life. So they're letting me technically borrow these. So there's kind of like a workaround for that if you don't own some of them. But for the most part, you need to own them to play in a Rock event. Now, to play online with just whoever, no. Who cares? You don't need to own anything. If you just want to play against, me and Simeon played online, I would play figures I don't own just to try them out, really.
Yeah, and this is, the best time to play those figures that you've always wanted to have or, never played because you don't have or whatever. So I could... theoretically, me and Kalder could run a 1,000-point game, and I could play 12 Eddie Guerreros just to see what happens, kind of thing.
I'd rather die. Sounds terrible.
But so roll 20 for all of its shortcomings, or playing being able to field stuff that you wouldn't normally or couldn't normally.
Man, that was such a cool off the turnbuckle, and then she kicked out. Anyways, yeah. Sorry. Lacey Evans and Bailey are two of my favorite, female wrestlers right now.
Coming for WWE Clix Series 2.
Doing great. Bailey is, yeah, absolutely. Especially this current version of Bailey, which is going to be really fun.
Yeah, not Lacey.
Yeah, not Lacey, sadly. I would still love a Lacey, but there is no, shape change and stuff. And I just feel like she always is in different outfits. And I just feel like she's perfect for shape change. Because for the longest time, all she did was just walk around and then not wrestle, and then she would walk away and leave. And I just felt like that was hilarious. She would just, distract people, basically. And I just figured she'd be a great, distraction piece. Anyways, number 4, he says, how does the map work in an online Heroclix game? How do I keep track of my pieces on the map? Watch a happy little Heroclix Mr. Clix Flix video. We'll have a link in the description. It's very simple. You download a PNG file, whatever, for the map from the Rock website. For some reason, when I download, there's a space on the sides, so I do a snip tool on my computer to take a virtual, basically a screenshot of the map, and then I save it that way. But yeah, basically you just turn it, and then there's a map layer. There's all this stuff. For Heroclix figures, you download pictures of the figures. You can get those from the Heroclix WizKids site. You can get those from HC Realms. It's probably the best way to get pictures of the figures. The Rock also has a photo dump of figures on there, so you can go check that out too. But once again, very simple. Just seriously, a lot of your questions will be answered by just watching a happy little Heroclix video. It's 8 minutes. It's super short, and if you pause it, whatever, and go along with it, it's very easy. Very, very easy.
For sure. Yeah, I can't add anything to that.
Okay. All right.
No.
Number 5, he says, how is WizKids and The Rock doing for online Heroclix games? Any suggestions to improve them? Simeon, you want to take the front on this one?
Yeah, so WizKids isn't really doing anything online.
Absolutely
currently.
Nothing. Sorry. Just had to
No, WizKids is basically just given free reign to the ROC, since Roll20 and Discord are not, they're just open use kind of websites. They have nothing to do, no affiliation with WizKids or NECA or anything like that. So it's literally just the ROC hosting stuff online for people that can't get out and about. And WizKids, their interaction ends at helping ROC with prizing, and that's about it. So I think there are some WizKids judges on there, but WizKids doesn't pay them to be on there. I don't think. I think they do that for the community. How they could improve them? Most of the improvements just need to be made on the Roll20 and Discord side. There's not really a whole lot of ROC stuff. I mean, I guess change up the formats for their Winamaps, but you can always just host your own Winamap. So that's kind of like a hard thing to say, you know. It's, I mean, it just doesn't really make sense. Like, I could say, hey, Alex, like, host a different style of Winamap, but I can just host my own Winamap if I want. So there's no point in me trying to get him to do it.
Yeah,
so
they'll still send you a Winamap kit right now. Like, if you order them for the Rock, they'll still send you a Winamap kit. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just perfectly fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 6. After all the craziness finally ends, do you think online Heroclix games are going to still be a factor? Why or why not? I mean, they were a pretty solid factor before. So I don't know why they would change. Like, the Rock had been pretty steadily running online Winamaps, and I don't see why that would change at all.
I think every Tuesday and Friday is what they used to do. I don't know if they've upped it to more days a week, but yeah, I mean, twice a week is quite a bit of online event.
Yeah.
And people, every time I got on the Discord, there was always people looking for practice or whatever, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, playing from the comfort of your home, I don't know why that would ever go out of fashion. Number 7, any future Heroclix games that you want to promote, how to contact a person who's running online game. Once again, contacting people, broken record here. There's a Rock Online Facebook group if you want to check that out to get a link to the Discord. And then, of course, once you're in the Discord, you're in the Discord, baby. For us, we do want to run a WWE Heroclix tournament and then kind of give away a full set-ish of the WWE Wave 2. We're going to figure that out when it gets closer to time. But, like, when that set releases, if that set releases, who knows? We honestly have no clue. But we do want to run a WWE tournament online in the future, just like how we ran the Captain America tournament. I don't want to run any boring 300 modern stuff. I want to run, like, fun tournaments, like how the Captain America was, like, a fun tournament. So, obviously, we want another 10 people. It'd probably be, like, a $10 entry, blah, blah, blah. And but, like, everybody would pretty much walk away with a prize, just like how everybody walked away with a prize in our Captain America tournament.
Yeah, we did the math, and everyone could walk away with, like, one of the new figures, and we just kind of draft from, like, first to last, like, who gets what, with the option of, like, the full set for first, and then, like, you know, slightly lower and lower and lower. Right. But, yeah, more information later.
Absolutely.
Or when it comes out.
He just says plus or minus to Heroclix online games. I'm like, yeah, plus. It's fun. It's fine. It doesn't replace the real thing. I mean, I prefer figures on the map, all that stuff. Like, that feels like superheroes, and that feels like the game to me. Playing it online is just all mechanics, and just kind of keeps it fresh more than anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I still, even when I'm playing online, I like to have my team with me, so I can change their dials physically, and I can look at their cards. I don't have to, like, click on, like, you know, each different tab on HC Realms to pull up, you know, like, special traits and stuff.
Yeah.
So I do like that. But yeah, it's, as far as, like, what is possible to do in my area right now, I've got to give a plus to Heroclix. There's not really any. It's not my first choice, but it's not a bad choice. So. Yeah,
absolutely. Kind of speaking online, I know there is a tabletop generator, whatever it's called, simulator thing on Steam. So if you are a Steam gamer, PC master race kind of person who is into all that, aka a loser, you can I'm just kidding.
Hey,
it's a joke. I mean, that's me too. So I love playing video games. Anyways, check out the tabletop simulator. I think it's right now. It is only, ladies and gentlemen, $10 to play. But you can play, and there's a mod basically for it. This is how it kind of works. They mod board games to work in it. And it is a mod that has, like, 3D versions of the Heroclix figures. It looks really cool. So if you want a more Heroclix feel for your online, check out the tabletop simulator. I'm, like, selling stuff in my TF2 inventory to get $10 in my Steam wallet, so I don't have to, like, add money to my Steam wallet right now, and then I'll buy it when it's on sale. So Yeah, right now it's cheap. For $10, you can just try it out. You can also return a game within 2 weeks for Steam if you played less than like 2 hours on it, I want to say. So if you try it out, you kind of figure it out, and you're like, you know what, I just don't like how it works, you can go ahead and get rid of it or get your money back, return it kind of thing. So that's really cool. So also check that out. Keep that in mind. There are videos. There's a ton of videos on YouTube, not by Heroclix players, but by other people on how to use that. So nice. Yeah. Is there anything else we want to say before we close out the show?
I don't think so. How's WrestleMania going?
It's going pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I was clicking around looking at Malcolm's questions, and I totally missed who won the 5-6 woman not tag match, but like whatever, against Bayley. I imagine Bayley kept the title. If someone's like listening to this later, I've obviously looked it up by the time this is out to see if that's true or not. But they're like, silly Calder. What's her face? Sassy Southern Belle. Totally beat her. But they're getting ready for the Funhouse match. Oh man, that sucks. They're getting ready for the Funhouse match. But it looks like it's going to be in ring. I was really hoping it was going to be like the Boneyard match out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, John
like Cena's a haunted Blues Clues.
Yeah, like a haunted Blues Clues mansion. Like that would have been sick. Maybe there's still a chance for that. I don't know what they're going to do. WWE has been taking advantage of, this is very non-Heroclix related, sorry guys, of like editing. So normally it's basically a play. You know, they're live in front of people and they have to like kind of not mess up. Like that's what WWE is. It's basically just theater. It's a play. But now they can make it like a movie instead, and they can do editing and they can do like all sorts of cool stuff and like more effects than just like, you know, fire and fireworks, blah, 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 blah. So it's really cool. And I've really been digging what they're doing. So yeah,
Sin Cara could get his ring entrance right.
Yeah. All right, so cool. Are you?
If he was still on the card.
Ancient, dude. Are you ready?
Ooh, they should call it Five Nights at Fiendies.
Ooh, that's bad. That's terrible.
Thank you.
So is he? I'm curious if he's gonna make John Cena come out to the Funhouse. Let's do that. Like he's speaking right now, but I have him on mute. I really hope they're going out to the Funhouse. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna be this episode of Dial H for Heroclix. I want to remind you guys, you can check us out on Facebook at, ooh, that's a creepy looking demon. It's like a Doom Annihilation looking demon. It's just at Facebook, facebook.com/DialH4Heroclix. On Twitter, it's at DialH4. That's the number 4 Heroclix. And then, obviously, we have a Gmail, DialH4Heroclix@gmail.com. We have a Patreon. Support us there. If not, totally understandable. Right now, like, you don't need to worry about supporting us on Patreon. Right now, we have a ton of great people that already do. We do giveaways and everything, but I totally understand. Like, right now is probably not the time to be jumping on Patreon, so don't really worry about that right now, okay? And then, of course, Simeon, why don't you go ahead and read us out of here? Oh, we also have a YouTube. I might be posting, like, videos I totally forgot to upload on YouTube recently, so we might just do that. And like I said, we have a brick unboxing of Justice League Unlimited in there. Oh, John Cena just teleported to the Funhouse. Oh, yeah, baby. Now we're talking. Anyways,
John Cena can teleport now.
I guess. I don't know. Bray Wyatt just brought him in somehow. Like I said, it's probably it's editing. But like, I'm excited now. Now I'm excited. The Fiend or Bray Wyatt left, so the Fiend's gonna come in and they're gonna Funhouse it up. All right. Nice. Please read us out of here so I can watch this WrestleMania match.
All right. With that, Dial H for Heroclix is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock every day. You could get a delivery of some board games if you're bored at home and you want some games, including all the latest HeroClix singles and sealed products. So check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Happy trails.